Hey viewers, this is Scott, and I'm showing you a new warlord. This background gameplay is some extra stuff I had for Military Monday, but someone's recorded for this purpose. Anyways, so this warlord is for Sergeant Reckless. She's a war hero from the Korean War. I know what you're thinking. But females weren't allowed to go to the war back then. She wasn't a normal female. She was a horse. Of course. You see, Sergeant Reckless was sold to a recoilless rifle platoon for $250. The horse was owned by a young boy who used her in races. He sold her to buy a prosthetic leg for his mom. The soldiers gladly bought her for the price and decided to use her to carry weapons and supplies. She soon became a mascot of the platoon, was allowed to roam anywhere in the camp, and would sleep in the tents with the men when it was cold outside. She was also known to eat almost anything from Coca-Cola, beer, scrambled eggs, and even $30 worth of poker chips. Now, the horse needed to earn this amazing reputation. She would carry up to 8 24-pound shells for the recoilless anti-tank rifles. She would also carry the guns, but only 2, as they were too heavy for a small horse like herself. One of the amazing things was she was trained by the Marines to duck when under fire, unentangle herself from barbed wire, and run to a bunker when she heard the word "Incoming!" The train course was referred to as hoof training. I can't even get my cat to move over on my chair when I'm trying to play a game on my PC. Also, since she was allowed to wander through the camp, she did a lot of the food. Well, mostly food. Anyways, she wouldn't just eat the stuff I mentioned earlier. She was also known to eat bacon, buttered toast, chocolate bars, hard candy, shredded wheat, peanut butter sandwiches, and mashed potatoes. Everything other than mostly was a horse blanket and her trainer's winning poker chips. To first prove herself, she was carrying 6 24-pound shells and was present for when they shot some of the recoilless anti-tank rifles. She freaked out and stomped the first time they shot one. The next time, she whinnied, and the third time, she was fine, and thereon, she was fine. They taught her to follow the delivery routes by a guided hand, at which point she started memorizing the routes and going across them herself. Her biggest accomplishment was going on 51 self-guided delivery routes and was injured twice. She was also ridden through a minefield but had no scars to prove so. She was then promoted to corporal for her brave actions. She was also known as the first horse to be in an amphibious landing. She was brought on the award-winning cleanest ship 2 years in a row, but the captain refused to accept her on board until they showed proper documentation of her being a soldier. She became very seasick for a few days until she became accustomed to the ship's movement. Imagine that. Seriously, imagine that. A seasick horse. Anyways, when they finally landed, the Marines decided to race a thoroughbred horse against Sergeant Reckless, killing 192 pounds of ammo with no rider, over 1.5 miles of paddies and hills. They never received a reply from the owners of the thoroughbred. There was an article in the Saturday Evening Post, which my great-grandma was a journalist for in World War II. She was the first woman journalist on the front lines of the war. The article was made while Reckless was still in Korea. It resulted in a campaign by American supporters to get the Marines to bring her back to the United States. An executive at the Pacific Transport Lines read the article and offered to let Reckless ride free on one of his company's ships from Yokohama to San Francisco. Prior to her departure for America, a ceremony including a band for Reckless's move to the United States was held during halftime of a football game between the Marine Corps and the Army. Reckless left Korea for Japan. She then sailed from Yokohama on October 22nd aboard the SS Pacific Transport due in San Francisco. Just months after the war ended at the time, Corporal Reckless was promoted to Sergeant Reckless by her commander and was given a red and gold blanket with the Marine Corps insignia. And was then promoted to staff sergeant and received a 19-gun salute, followed by a parade. She was adopted by her trainer and lived a happy life afterwards. Most men don't get that, but horses on the other hand. Anyways, viewers, if you like this video, please click the like button if you didn't still click the like button, and goodbye, and give a like for Sergeant Reckless. So yeah.